Jeremy Rioch, the third base umpire. And a ground ball to short. That's Willie Adames with a long throw and a nice pickup on one hop. Choi, vintage G-Man Choi over there at first to make the pick on the one. Down to third. Cut in on him, and Diaz will throw him out. Choi on the receiving end. Couple of ground ball outs and a 1-2-3 first. Throws. That's a shot up the right side. That's going to be a fair ball and will bound back into the corner, and we'll get a chance to see Brett do some running. Phillips around second, on his way to third, and he's going to stop there, but they may send him back to second. That ball got stuck in the corner, and so Phillips will get a ground rule double instead of the 3 bases. So he picks up that first spring hit in an impressive manner, and you can see him at the bottom of your screen take off. Renfroe had to try to dig that ball. Still very young, just 25 years old. Oh, strike 3 call. A little delayed call there by Manny Gonzalez, and Meadows is caught looking. That had a lot to do with Chaim Bloom being over there, and ultimately Bloom decided to go with Cora. Hot shot. That's going to one hop by Devers. He's sort of spinning his wheels there. Phillips will score, and Diaz has himself a base hit, and the Rays are out in front 1-0. So a 2-out hit for Diaz. Lifted into left. Wilson in line to make the catch, and the first inning is history. Rays get a run on the RBI single by Diaz. And strike 3 call. So Fleming makes quick work there of the first baseman Dahlbeck, and then have it come across for a strike. There's a ground ball. Nice pick by Adames, and the throw this time it's not going to be in time, and Chavis has himself a base hit. You can see Adames down to one knee. Just a little bit of an extra beat there, trying to find the handle on that ball out of the glove, but that's with his power numbers. And he is caught looking on the fastball right there. The second strikeout for Pivetta. Both have been called third strikes. To the other side, and that one's going to skip by Devers. Devers found himself back on that ball. Sort of let that ball play him. And Kiermaier's aboard. Ground ball right side, Chavis. Arroyo in the middle, and the throw back to first. And the Red Sox turn the double play, 4-6-3.
Here to get that experience underneath and be a part of that group was incredibly valuable for him, and this spring he's picked right up where he left off. So more of a power arm, obviously. Can get
well. You have so many good young arms that we could get to in a moment. Wilson out on strikes here. It's a nice job here by McClanahan on the first 2 hitters. When you, in one way or another, they're all coming back from something.
Yeah, without question. And I'll be quick here. They're all physically where we want them to be, at least as.
You know, how difficult is that to carry with you and try to continue that success? And I'll give you 10 words, which is unfair.
Try not.
How did those workouts go, and what was behind the decision to stay here?
Yeah, you know, especially with this offseason being so short, it's always you spend a couple weeks trying to find a place. I think, yeah, everybody probably still has a little bit of that bitter taste, you know, and especially hopefully with the vaccine and stuff coming out.
And here's G-Man Choi, lefty on lefty now. Up the middle, that's going to be a base hit into center. Meadows going to be waved around by Rodney Linares. No play at the plate, and the Rays pick up their second run, taking advantage of 2 walks, and then the base hit from G-Man Choi on the first pitch he saw to drive in his first run of the spring. second, nobody out for Willie Adames. He shoots it toward the gap in right center field. That will be cut off out there. Diaz will score. Choi will go to third. Renfroe got over to cut it off, and Adames driving in the run to make it 3-0. There's a breaking ball on the ground. Chavis Arroyo won, and the late throw to first. The run scores. So Choi crosses the plate. The Rays pick up their third run of the inning, fourth of the day. Adames forced it second, and Kiermaier will get a run batted in. And just a little hesitancy in the middle of that attempted double play, and really no chance to get Kiermaier. Indicated before the game this one would go 9. Wendell is out on strikes. These teams had a day off. They had a rain out. Hard throwing right-hander, both scheduled to pitch tomorrow. That's a strike called on the outside corner. And the Rays are finished in the fourth, but they pick up 3 runs. We're headed into the fifth. When we do, we'll be chatting with Kevin Cash. The
bit of tweaking or fine-tuning at times. You can see him being very successful in helping us win.
Yeah, there's a pretty good
pro like Arch. You know, it's one of those guys. He goes about his business. He knows what he needs to do. You know, he carries himself extremely well. Obviously coming off injury, but he knows exactly what he wants to accomplish.
Down to Smith, and this one hits him. The Rays have a runner with 2 gone to begin the sixth on a chopper third to first. Marcus Wilson shoots it into right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. And that's Josh Lowe out there in center now. A perfect inning. Castillo 2 outs into the sixth has surrendered a hit. Ground ball by the mound. Brujan backhand throw to first, and it skips beneath the mid of Kelly. It rebounds back out to Castillo. Stayed in play, and so over to third goes Wilson, and remaining at first Verdugo. Nice stop there by Brujan. He's going to be charged with an error, and it's just unfortunate because that ball did not take a big hop and stayed down once it did hit the dirt and went beneath the mitt of Kelly. Down to short, and across to first, handled by Taylor Walls to take care of Renfroe. Bottom of inning 6.
But Nate Lowe was wearing it, and Nate was the name of my buddy. So that was really cool. And then we take our first road trip on the plane.
Nate Richardson, every time we see you out there on the field.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Brett.
Always a pleasure.
Dwayne.
All right, thank you very much. A couple of walks here to begin the bottom of the 6th inning. Dalton Kelly. Ground ball headed toward the middle. Base hit into center. Dalton Kelly heads to the plate. Josh Lowe goes to third. Walls goes to third, and Josh Lowe has driven in the run, picking up his first run batted in. And there's ball 4 to load the bases. Up the right side toward the corner. That's a fair ball and bounds up over the wall for a double. So Walls scores. Lowe follows him home. Brujan scores, but they'll send him back to third on the ground rule double. The Rays pick up 2 more runs. Charge to Valdez. It's 7-0 Tampa Bay on the double by Nathan Lucas. And last year played independent ball with the Sugarland Skeeters. And he draws the walk to reload the bases. And now on the throw back, Brujan starts to break, and now he's found himself in a rundown between third and home, and they continue. Now they drop the ball, and we're going to get an out because the runner at second passed Brujan at third. That call made by Jeremy Rehak. And that got awfully confusing as Brujan stayed in the rundown forever. And then Lucas, who was at second base, was off the bag, and he was tagged. And Fairchild, I think, is going to say he was out because time had not been called. So how about this? Let's sort this one out. There's Brujan in the rundown, and he prolongs the rundown and runs away from the pitcher. Now the toss, they drop it, but now out there because the runner from second passes the runner at third. So he's out, and Brujan will come back to third, and it's going to be Lucas, who passed the runner, is the runner out. So Brujan is back at third. And after all of that, a base hit into center field scores Brujan and Sullivan, and the Rays scored 2 more runs. So Kevin Smith drives in 2, and it's 9-0. Well, a UCL sprain in that elbow, and he follows it with a very good on the ground through the hole between short and third. Chavis has his second hit. His first hit was an infield hit to short, and this one he drove through the hole between short and third. And Taylor Motter. There's a strike. So Bandy is caught looking. That retires the side. Couple strikeouts in the inning for Kittredge. And did he hit him? He did. A check swing by Kelly as he's hit by a pitch. So the Rays put the leadoff man on. Here's that 2-2 pitch. Got him on the back foot. He did not offer. Pretty good young talents right there in a row in the lineup. Base hit the other way by Lowe, picking up his second hit. Kelly stops at second. Chop to the right side, and a bobble, and no play. Arauz thinking about turning and getting a force at second. Instead, he gets nothing. An error charge to Arauz. And the bases are loaded. Bring out this big lead. And a cut and a miss. Pinto is out, number 2. And he has just forced home a run. Ball 4 to Lucas. And Kelly's going to score. So the Rays move into double figures with 10 runs. And they have scored now against every Boston pitcher. And a little looper into left, going to drop for a base hit for Munoz, who picks up his first hit of the game. Well, this one the other way, and that's going to be a fair ball and will bounce behind Sullivan, but he recovers. Into second base goes Jimenez, and advancing to third, Munoz. Breaks his bat, hits a little popper, going to drop for a base hit. Munoz heads to the plate. The throw is high. And with that overthrow, Munoz scored. Jimenez crossed the plate. And Arauz will wind up at third. That is a strike 3 on the inside corner for the first out. And he gives up the walk. So against the shift. A base hit fair. Another run will score. Into third goes Geddes. De La Guerra gets credit for a run batted in. So the Red Sox have scored 3. And a big cut and a miss. Okame is out on strikes. And ball 4. So another walk, and that has become a big part of this game. Hot shot fair up the left field line. That's going to kick back out to Jimenez. On his way to third, Sullivan. And into second goes Kevin Smith with a double. Up the middle. Run's going to score, and they throw from Downs, the shortstop, to first in time. Smith froze at second base. Mastroboni gets a run batted in. Feldman throws it by Kelly. Went at 90. Ground ball going to go into right field for a base hit. Smith will be held at third. Now the throw comes through, and the start of a move up by Walds, but he hangs on at first. And he picks up his first hit of the game. That's a liner into left, going to drop for a base hit. Sullivan plays it on a hop. And a cut and a miss. Sanders started to garner some. And a swing and miss, ball popping away. Smith's throw down to first, and that will take care of this one. The Rays are winners. It's an 11-3 final. They had a couple of big innings, including a 5-run sixth.